We back again with another one, man. We back, man. People of YouTube and of planet Earth, how are we doing? It is your boy TGU, and I'm back again with another NBA breakdown. All right, so let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. First series, you see the title. You might see the thumbnail if I make a thumbnail for this. I probably will make a thumbnail for this. So you see the title, see the thumbnail. We're going to touch on both conference finals series, but the first one we're going to touch on is the Western Conference Finals for the NBA, the National Basketball Association, right? For starters, and most importantly, in my opinion, most importantly, we need to talk about the Nuggets, all right? The Denver Nuggets. We need to talk about the Denver Nuggets and the season they've had, the postseason run they've put together. They have thwarted all narratives so far. All narratives. They have thwarted, and they have come out on top each and every single time. And we have to put some respect on the Denver Nuggets name at this point in time. All right? It's actually mind-boggling that the undisputed first seed of the West, who came in as probably the most complete team in the West, right? Came into the postseason as probably the most complete team in the West. Took care of the Timberwolves, took care of business against the Suns, took care of business here, right? They're not playing around. They have a message to send, and they're playing like it. So shout outs to the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray's been absolutely insane in this Eastern Conference Finals. I think he's averaging like 34 points on super efficient shooting. So shout outs to Jamal Murray. Obviously, Nikola Jokic, he's been absolutely monstrous. Obviously, last game, you've seen the last game. He didn't have the best first half of the game, but coming to the second half, he found his way. He still got his good, his great production overall. Pretty solid game from him. So the Nuggets are putting together something special, and they might just, but we're going to get to that later. We're not going to talk about that just now, but they might just put something together where, for the first time ever, they might sweep the Lakers. So I want to take a second to react or just break down this reaction that I seen in one of my videos that I'm subscribed to, one of the YouTubers I'm subscribed to. His name is Oprah or OSN, as most people know him as. And he is a huge Laker fan. More specifically, he is a huge LeBron fan. So we're going to break down what he had to say about the Lakers' performance and what LeBron was saying in his post game conference right now. And then I will come back and break down what he's talking about in his video.
This weed and this alcohol is not helping. All right, check it out. Let's just get into it. If I was LeBron, after we lose the next game and get swept, I would probably hit up a doctor and be like, LeBron was playing with a foot injury. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta have the doctor come out and say something after the end of this series, LeBron, because otherwise, you know what I'm saying, niggas like me who, you know what I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm still your biggest fan, but at the same time, bro, I gotta call it like I said, you know what I mean, and it's over, bro. It's looking like it's over. I take no pride in saying this, y'all know. I never said this about LeBron. I don't think I've ever dissed LeBron before in my life, and I don't even want to make this seem like it's a diss because I love LeBron, and I would rather LeBron continue to play washed than not play at all. So hopefully he still continues to play for the next few years. You know, I want to see him continue to play like he's the king. He's the GOAT. He lives a better life than all of us, right? With that being said, he's washed. It's over. I sat and I watched you all playoffs, bro. All playoffs! Every quarter! Not every quarter. See, I'm mad. I'm already saying the wrong thing. Every game, bro. Every game. First quarter. Every game. Every game, LeBron. First quarter. Every game. Every game. First quarter. You come out there the first 8 minutes and you don't score, LeBron. You don't score. Every game. Every game. Every game. First 8 minutes. You don't score. And then you go sit down. What the fuck are you sitting down for? What are you tired? From what?
Now, while I agree with OSN that LeBron does need to be a bit more aggressive, if they even dream of making any sort of comeback in this series, LeBron has to be more aggressive, right? So I agree with OSN there, but to bring up the point of why is he so tired, I mean, you have to think about it. The mileage that's on LeBron's body, even though he takes good care of his body, his physical health and his mental health and all that extra stuff, at the end of the day, LeBron James is 38 years old. He is not a young buck. All right. He stood the test of time that a lot of uh, star players, role players, players in general in the NBA before him would have been done on and over with. You know what I'm saying? So for him to still be playing at the level he's playing at the age of 38 years old is already commendable in itself. But that being said, right, the Lakers are going to need a lot from LeBron if they plan to make anything happen in Game 4 and beyond.
There was only one game, and it was one game, and I remember it vividly. And I know the rest of y'all Laker fans, y'all remember it. There was one game. It was one of the games we lost. I think it was the second game we lost to the Warriors. Boy, LeBron came out there to start the game, first 2 quarters on fire. Vintage LeBron playoff. I seen it. You did it. You did it one time. I saw it. I saw you do it. And you never did it again.
I think that really has something to do with the fact that, like I said before, LeBron, I think he is actually the oldest player on the Lakers. He is the oldest player on their team, as far as I'm aware. And so for LeBron, he's not going to be forcing himself into the game very often, right? Yes, there will be that one game every series where he's going to come out guns blazing right off the gate. But for him to do that in every game, this isn't 2015, 2016. This is not 2014, 2015. This isn't 26. This isn't 2017, 2018 LeBron. This is 2022, 2023 LeBron James. I'm sorry, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's old. He's old. He's old. As much as he's trying to keep his youthfulness and still trying to be effective in the game at this age and at this level, he's old. All right, so he's going to take a backseat to the ADs and the D'Angelo Russells. By the way, we'll get to D'Lo in a little bit, but he's going to take a backseat to the ARs and the Rui Hachimuras and these type of people, because at the end of the day, LeBron, he knows he can be effective. He's smart enough to understand that. But this is the thing. You got to get those other guys going, because at the end of the day, we've seen the body of work. When the other players on the Lakers, when they step up and they step up big, the Lakers are unstoppable. AD is going to be bringing you good production to great production to all-time great production, basically whenever he's on the floor and healthy, right? So you have to then rely on those other guys to give you something. Because LeBron, he can give you a nice easy 20 or something points. On a good night, maybe a 30, almost 40-point night. Who knows? Sometimes LeBron goes off like that at this point. But we have to stop with the whole idea that LeBron is going to take over a series or take over a game. That time is over. That time is over. All right? It's been over. It's been over. But I understand people don't want to let it go. They want to just, for one more time, see LeBron take over in a series. And I just don't believe that this is the one that he's got. This is not the one he's got.
LeBron, you guys had, I think, a 1 or 2 point lead with like midway through the fourth.
1 point lead.
1 point lead. Then they went on an 11-0 run.
We had back-to-back turnovers, and they hit 2 threes. Just called timeout. That was the game.
Yeah, I guess what'd you see in that?
That was the game. We had back-to-back turnovers. After Rui went up and made 2 free throws, we went up 1, and we had back-to-back turnovers.
You have to stop passing! You pass too much! The fuck are you doing? We need 30 points! Not 10! Bro, LeBron put up 10 points in the first half and 10 points in the second half. Every time he got the ball, he passed it right away. What the are you doing, bro? Are you tired? What is going on? I don't, like, bro, you're my bro, like, you're my guy, like, I thought about getting Strive for Greatness tattoos. Like, I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand why you're passing so much. I don't understand.
Got back in rhythm.
Dan?
Where do you think the edge has been for them?
I mean, obviously,
LeBron, this is one of your lowest points per game playoff series ever. Is there any particular reason for that? Is there something the defense doing? Are you tired? Are the shots just not falling? What the fuck is going on?
Obviously, the odds of coming back from a 3-0 deficit are even tougher. But is that belief still there?
I mean, it should be. I hope so. You know, I don't know. Can't speak for the guys right now because I don't know what's going on through all their minds right now, but I still do. So, you know, it's time I'm going.
I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I ain't seen nothing in you to believe in. I can't speak for the rest of Laker Nation, but I haven't seen anything that makes me think for real come back.
Yeah, honestly, for a lot of Laker fans, I can definitely see where you guys are coming from and understand the sentiment. 3-0 comeback. Man. Listen, I'm going to put the statistic right here on the screen. This is the statistic that out of all series where there's been an 0-3 deficit, only 3 teams in the history of the NBA have ever even forced a Game 7, let alone even been close to winning a series. If usually an 0-3 deficit is a death sentence. If you go down 0-3, it's over. That's why you've seen in the semifinals with the Lakers and the Warriors, right? Sorry about that. My cat's litter box is doing its little magic trick. But yeah, anyways, so like I was saying, if you look back in the semifinals with the Warriors versus the Lakers, right, in any series where a team has stolen home court from the home team in the beginning of the series or whatever else, usually that home team wins game 2. Do you understand why? Because already a 2-0 deficit heading onto the road is already pretty detrimental, right? So you can imagine then when the away team comes and takes 2 games off of you, right? At home, and then now you have to go to their house and then get a game there, and then you don't get that first game there, now you're in an 0-3 hole. It's bad for you. Usually if the away team can maybe come and steal that first game 3, there's some confidence to be found. But once a team goes down 0-3, that's usually where the signs, when the real signs of doubt start to seep into each and every one of those players up and down the rosters. Their mindset becomes much more dampened. They don't have as much confidence as they would have had they been 2-1 or any sort of situation, right? Maybe, you know, whatever the case, maybe they're up 2-1. Maybe they had split at home and then they took game 3 and now they're up 2-1. But in this situation with the Lakers and the Nuggets handled business in Denver. They handled business in Denver. You guys can go back to game 1. AD was a monster. He was a monster, and they still couldn't get it done. Game 2, Denver just handled business straight up. In game 3, listen, in game 3, listen, Denver hand gift wrapped the game for the Lakers to take, and the Lakers could not capitalize on that type of game. It took Jamal Murray dropping 30 and a half. Okay, wow. Jamal Murray going for 30 in the first half was unseen by a lot of people, but for him to do that when his team was struggling was absolutely timely, because the rest of the Nuggets were not playing up to par until about, say, the end of the third quarter, for real, but a lot in the third quarter had to do with KCP. KCP was huge for the Nuggets in the third quarter, and they kind of just rode it home after that. They kind of rode the momentum and got back to their roots and sealed the game away. So, hey, that's going to do it for OSN. But at this point, I want to touch up on D'Lo, right? So D'Angelo Russell has been absolutely anemic in this series. He's been a complete and utter no-show. I think I saw a stat line from him about his averages this series. He's averaging like 7 points, 4 assists on horrendous shooting splits. D'Angelo Russell, for a lot of media narratives, they kind of put him as the third option on their team, which I've never understood. If anything, Austin Reeves seems to have that dog in him to be the third option for that team. Austin Reeves, and I'm going to touch on Austin Reeves real quick, right? Austin Reeves has been everything and more for the Lakers. They need to pay him in the offseason. Austin Reeves has been absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing this playoffs run. He's really come alive, and they need to pay him and keep him on that team and build around him, LeBron, AD, those type of people, right? At this point, for the Lakers, if they want to make any sort of comeback, they need to bench D'Angelo Russell. Yes, I said it. And I'll take any backlash. I don't care. They need to bench D'Angelo Russell and start Rui or start somebody. Some hidden gem in that lineup, in that bench lineup they need to find. And they need to insert that person into the starting lineup and have D'Lo come off the bench and see how he does against the bench players against Denver. Because D'Lo has been absolutely horrendous this series. And you have to wonder if they keep D'Lo in the offseason, because he has not shown up this series. And he's the main component as to why the Lakers are in an 0-3 hole at the moment. Because he has given them nothing. He's given them damn near nothing. His defense isn't even remarkable enough to make a mention of it. So, at the end of the day, get somebody else in there for D'Lo at this point. And we had to bring up the question, right? We had to bring up the question. It's not even a question at this point. It's really a statement I'm about to make. And this should be no secret to anybody. Anthony Davis is the best player on the Los Angeles Lakers. He's the best. He's the best player on their team now. He's been the best for a while. People just didn't want to see it. And they didn't want to see it because of his injuries and his time off the court. But this is a note to be had. Whenever AD is on the court, he is easily the best player on the Lakers. Easily. Defensively and offensively, he is their best player. LeBron may have nights where he's the best player offensively, but overall, AD is the best player offensively, defensively for the Lakers. And without him, they don't make a deep run in these playoffs. That's why a lot of people were crossing their fingers that AD stayed healthy for not only the series against the Grizzlies, but also against the Warriors, especially against the Warriors. Because if they didn't have AD in for the series against the Warriors make the Western Conference Finals again for the second year in a row. Anthony Davis was the big difference maker in that series. He had applied so much different pressure on the Warriors to make adjustments to him, and it allowed a lot of other scenarios to pop up. So, not to spend time on that series, right? The Nuggets have done a great job of answering to AD's production and even going above it, right? Through the combined efforts of Murray and Jokic and whatever else, right? They were able to overtake that. And then since LeBron, like I said earlier, is old, right? He has delegated his position to kind of getting everybody else in line, getting everybody else to do what they need to do, and getting them fired up so they can start going off themselves. LeBron, you can notice if you look, but LeBron only really takes over the game when he sees that his teammates are struggling or look lethargic, right? That's the only time LeBron's taking over the game. Otherwise, he is passing like no one's business. He's delegating. He's looking to set up plays. He's not looking to get into the action too much himself. But at this point, it's not even a question. Anthony Davis is the best player in the Lakers. And it's going to take a lot from AD in the next game. Let's focus on the present, right? The next game they have against the Nuggets, which I think is today, actually. Today is Monday. So I think it's today. But this game 4 is do or die. And they need AD to go off. They need AD to be the best player on the planet. They need AD to be the best player on the court. And they're going to need a lot from LeBron. If this is that one game per series that they need for LeBron, they need him to go off. They need a lot. Let's be honest. The Lakers need a lot. But, hey, at the end of the day, I've been asked this, and I'm going to ask you guys this. Can the Lakers make this 3-0 comeback? And I think the answer is pretty clear. The answer is no. I think there's too much that has to go into play. I think there's too much consistency being asked from people that haven't been consistent at all in these playoffs to begin with. And you need that consistency for 4 straight games. 4 straight games. And I just don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. So at this point, I'm calling it. The Denver Nuggets are heading to the NBA Finals. And we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated. It shows me that you guys fuck with these NBA playoff discussions, breakdowns, whatever the case may be. And let me know what you guys want to hear about next. I plan to cover that Heat Celtics series as well, so look out for that. But yeah, man, it's been your boy TGU, and I'm signing out for this time. See you later.